In the latest news, Kris Tyson's situation has just got even worse, starting with Lava, where at the beginning of the interactions, Lava was 13 years old, while Kris was 20 years old. The messages were in public Discord server, but many of the YouTube videos claim that it was inappropriate friendship. Lava then come out first in defense to Kris Tyson and said that the videos are lying, but a few days later on July the 26th, following a response from Ava, as well as an official response from MrBeast, Lava then said after reading the chat logs, this stuff was inappropriate and wrong, but then still stands by his initial tweet. Michaela Tyler1's girlfriend also responded to this post in the following.
I hate to tell you this, but that is grooming. They make you believe that they are your friend. They try to normalize any situation when talking to you. It's not always blatant inappropriateness. It can be so casual. It can feel like nothing is bad. That's what groomers do.
Now many in the community responded to Lava, facing backlash. Bro folded so hard. People ask you questions and you seem to only answer the ones where you could refute any wrongdoing by Kris, and now you're doing a complete 180 after logs are posted. Why are you being so weird about this? After this part of the situation calmed down, now other info has come out of more claimed leaks going after MrBeast and Kris Tyson. Now I can't show you these full leaks due to YouTube, but here's a little preview. And then in the latest so far, Kris Tyson's alleged sister speaks out in the following tweet. Now this drama is becoming a rabbit hole of leaks, and Keemstar also spoke out on the situation in the following tweet.
So Kris Tyson and DrDisrespect, his dark past was exposed, was due to an online culture war. It starts with Nick Merckx saying leave the kids alone, speaking on the LGBTQ. This statement from Nick divided the entire online entertainment community into two teams. Nick Merckx versus Kris Tyson quickly became the leaders of each team. Call of Duty took Kris Tyson's side, removing Nick Merckx's skin from the game for allegedly being transphobic. Immediately, Call of Duty received online backlash from the Nick Merckx team that included other streamers like Tim the Tatman and DrDisrespect, who orchestrated an online boycott of Call of Duty. Tim requested his skin also be removed from the game. DrDisrespect refused to stream COD ever again. In the months following this initial conflict, Kris Tyson and Team Woke got into many online Twitter battles with Nick Merckx and Team Leave the Kids Alone. As these tensions grew, Twitch and its employees, that have been known as Very Woke for years, took out DrDisrespect, an ex-Twitch employee. Leaked that DrDisrespect was banned from Twitch for talking to a minor. Immediately, Kris Tyson started attacking Nick Merckx, claiming he was a hypocrite for telling the LGBTQ to leave the kids alone, when his own friend, DrDisrespect, was preying on minors. Nick Merckx did not support DrDisrespect. In fact, he called him out too. The Kris Tyson Woke team took multiple victory laps, celebrating the fall of Nick Merckx's homie DrDisrespect. Pokimane and Valkyrie, Team Kris Tyson, who rarely speak on such issues, came out of the woodwork to dance on the grave of DrDisrespect. The Nick Merckx team, in response, started digging up everything on Kris Tyson's past. Old tweets, old videos, and old Kris Tyson associates were uncovered. In roughly 3 weeks after the fall of DrDisrespect, the Nick Merckx team had enough to bury Kris Tyson as someone who also talks with. And this is why influencers like Pokimane and Valkyrie had so much pressure to speak out on Kris Tyson. They were held to the same standard that Nick Merckx was held to when he had to denounce DrDisrespect. I felt like I needed to make this tweet because so many didn't recognize this for what it was. A massive culture war that didn't involve the entire online entertainment community. This war has not ended. It's just begun.
What are your guys' thoughts on Keem's take on the situation? Let me know in the comments. Hasan calling Asmongold a hypocrite.
Like, it's hilarious because we're talking about like Lolly. We're talking about Lolly, right? Like, and how unacceptable and inappropriate it is. Asmongold was talking about the Kris Ava Tyson situation. I don't know if he actually brought up Shadman, but he literally every day watches a Lolly VTuber describe all of the latest and greatest in the Gamergate world. So like, how do you exist in this space where on the one hand, you're like, man, this Lolly is weird and gross, okay? While you literally watch like a Lolly YouTuber, a Lolly VTuber on a daily basis.
Asmongold on Hasan calling him a hypocrite.
Hasan does this a lot where like he'll exaggerate something. Where it's like somebody, like I've watched obviously videos of VTubers, right? I'm assuming he's probably talking about Rev, right? Because like people have typed that to me before that like Rev is like a Lolly character. Yeah, and like he'll go and turn it from like, I've looked at Rev's videos before. Yeah, I like the videos. So I think that really, it depends on how you look at it. To me, I don't think that there's a problem with having an avatar of a character that looks younger. The problem is when it's being sexualized. In none of the videos that I've ever watched of Rev, has he ever sexualized the avatar in any capacity at all. And if he did, I would say that's wrong. So it's not really hypocritical. Also, I didn't even talk about the Shadman stuff. I didn't even know who that was. So yeah, I mean, it's the same as like, and here's the thing, right? Is like Hasan had this happen kind of whenever he interviewed that pirate, where it was like, the pirate, people found that pirate.
The only reason Hasan cares in this case is because he believes Asmongold is being a hypocrite. If Lakari was calling out other people for their association with lowly artists while saying, if Luluka is 13, then so am I, then yeah, of course, people would be calling out Lakari too. It's not really about being well-liked and more about why people dislike you. The lolly shit and even adults being in group chats with minors is common. But if you're a big influencer who takes a stance, preach about stuff that others don't like, you put a target on your back.